Andrew Luck retired.
Yes.
Which is why we talked to Jacoby. I've stated how I felt on every other show except for this one. 100th episode, have to talk about it. Andrew Luck retired out of nowhere. Happy for him.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. That's all I got.
It's touching.
Thank you.
Problem.
I feel like
Sure.
you're not happy for him.
No, I mean, yeah, sure, whatever. I don't give a fuck.
Wow.
Thanks. This guy.
No, I mean about that part.
Yeah, but sure sounds like you're not happy that the guy found his potential happiness. Honestly, you should be happy for a guy finding his happiness. The internet told you should be happy.
Well, whether Andy,
How sick are you?
whether Drew is happy or not doesn't affect my life at all. But for the Colts fans,
yeah,
I feel like could have probably done it, a few months earlier.
I agree, and I don't think he knew his ankle injury was going to be as bad. A lot of talk was about the Colts fans booing him. And Colts fans were getting booed, or not booed, but ruined by everybody. Talking about how disgusting.
It was a bad look.
The shot, Indianapolis got a bad shot. People were like, Indianapolis, second-rate hick city. It's like, yo, chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a very clean city. Very small. There are farms everywhere. I mean, let's not get mistaken here. But
Good, honest people.
I mean, it's a nice
for
city.
the most part.
Hoosier Hospitality. The place is a good place.
I mean, we got a couple methadone clinics, but for the most part,
Yeah, we got our drugs here and there. Yeah, I mean, people do what they need to do. But Indianapolis is getting buried because probably 300 people booed that were drunk at a game at the end of a preseason game. Everybody's burying them. And they should, by the way. It was a regrettable decision. You shouldn't boo a guy, especially who's been through as much as Andrew has been through for the city. Shouldn't boo him.
Right.
Regrettable. Bad decision.
Bad look.
But let's not fucking bury an entire city because there's a couple drunk people at a preseason game who stayed for all four quarters.
Yeah, exactly.
Who stays for all four quarters?
Those are the diehards.
Diehards. If this was to happen in any other city, I couldn't even fathom it.
Beers fly.
Oh, my God. If Ben did this in Pittsburgh, especially what happened 2 years ago with Andrew, and they said he was coming back, Jacoby played. He didn't come back ever. Then he sat out, went to another country, the whole thing. And then last year he did very good again. And everybody's like, all right, our team's back. And then 2 weeks before the season, the same thing happens again where they're being told that he's coming back. If Ben Roethlisberger would have done this in
His house would have been burnt to the ground.
dead. And you got people on Twitter just pandering like, oh, classless.
It's something
300
we've never
people.
seen before. 2019, some guy tweeted out that a guy on the sidelines had retired.
wild.
Not a guy. A once-in-a-generation
guy.
quarterback
The guy.
is just, hey, by the way, done.
and there's nothing like I understand like that 300 people or whatever just were so in shock. I mean, like because of the timing.
Not a loud stadium,
But
by the way. Impressive that made it.
It's the loudest it's been in a while. But Andrew Luck he tried to control the narrative. He was going to schedule a press conference on that, but he's like you said in this day. I mean, Schefter's got little snitches
he's gotta do
everywhere.
his job.
There's nothing you can compare it to. It's never happened before.
By the way, and there's nothing Schefter can do.
No,
He has to do it.
Biggest story in the NFL. A lot of people wanted to bash Schefter, which I can get it because he was the messenger. So you would be mad at him. Schefter makes it. God bless your soul,
Thank
Diggs.
you.
Diggs in a bad spot. Diggs has
good.
potentially the AIDS.
Hopefully.
Schefter gets the biggest story in the NFL. Sitting there with it. Well, what do I do? What am I supposed to do? Watching the game. Probably had it for what, a half? He probably got it in the first quarter or something like that. I think he probably got it first
You think
quarter.
he sat on it?
I think because you have to, in his particular profession, you have to, you get information, then you have to pick it apart and find out if it's real or not. So I think he sat on it for a little bit. And then when that third quarter happened, he was like, yep, fuck it. Gotta go. Hey, we gotta go right now. Somebody else might get this who isn't Ian Rappaport or Florio or any of these people have to get it. I have to let it out. So there's nothing Schefter can do. But just like Jacoby said, whenever he learned that the tweet was out on the sideline from Andrew, that face he made, like, what a wild scene. So you expect a couple drunk Indiana Hoosiers out there.
Right.
Live and die with the horseshoe. Couldn't get tickets to a real game. Bought these ones outside. Brought the whole family. What do we got? $45 Bud Lights in here? I'm going to have 10 of them. And they just, the natural reaction was to lose their mind. Yeah. But if that was to happen in any other city, even Green Bay, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Anywhere.
Like the most wholesome city, I think there would be quite a reaction.
That's one of my least favorite things in the world is taking a section of fans and be like, the fan base is so classless.
Yeah, like the Eagles fans. We know they're classless.
My God, they would have.
I'm joking.
We were at the
Threw
bar.
batteries at Santa.
A couple of us were at the bar, and we obviously got the news first because we're always on our phones and stuff like that. And I started looking around the bar, like expecting like drinks and shit to be flying, and like no one knew yet. So I took it upon myself to walk around the bar, and I walked up to a couple Colts fans who like were happy and smiling and shit
Luck
like that.
jerseys on.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Just spent $250 on this.
And I walked up, I said, "You don't know, do you?" And they were like, "No, what?" And I was like, "Oh, you don't know." And I just showed them the news on the phone, and their heads just sunk into their chests. What a glorifying feeling that was.
He said, "I
You're
wish
a
I
terrible guy.
The word.
I wish I
You're a terrible guy.
get on a PA at this bar right now and shout it."
I wanted to I wanted to get on top of the bar, grab the fucking house mic, and just let everyone know.
Attention,
Why?
Indianapolis, attention.
Just to see.
That guy that got drafted with the number 1 overall pick that you guys sucked for the year before. You cut Peyton Manning for. The guy you guys paid $140 million to. Didn't play a couple years ago. You guys were told he was going to play, and then last year he played. That guy, you know what I'm talking about? Neckbeard. Oh, done. Forever. God. And then just drop the mic and walk out and watch the whole place just burn. Fuck that guy. He ain't telling the truth. I thought Schefter got I thought somebody broke into his account.
Yeah.
I did. I thought somebody hacked into his account. I honestly thought somebody was trolling.